You see, I have in front of me my Marvel Collector Core Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania box, and I actually debated on whether or not I was going to keep this box, whether I really wanted the contents of it. And I have seen the spoilers, of course, because I do the Funko News videos. I'm always seeing the spoilers of things, basically. But yeah, I really debated on whether or not to keep it because I did not enjoy the movie, and I'm not going to get into all the reasons why in this video. I did have a discussion with my friend Collecting Plastic over on his channel, and I'll try to remember to link that video in the description if you want to hear our thoughts about the movie. But yeah, for me overall, I was not a big fan of this movie, but I do still like the characters, so that's why I decided I'm going to keep this for now. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to keep one of the particular pops. I'll think on that. But let me go ahead and actually get the box open here. We'll check out the contents. And I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the contents of this particular box, but I just want to share my thoughts about them. I do like, of course, that these boxes do come with t-shirts. That's been a consistent thing for a long time now. I can't even remember the last box that didn't have a t-shirt. And I do end up wearing most of these, so that is cool. And I actually do like the design of this one. Of course, we have the main characters there. We got Ant-Man, we got the Wasp, we got Scott Lang's daughter there. And I'll talk more about her in a moment. And of course, we got Kang there in the background. And this is a a gray t-shirt, which is good to mix it up because they've done a lot of black t-shirts. And I never get tired of black, I'll be honest. But it is good to mix it up some, in terms of the color and the designs, basically. So yeah, I do like the look of this t-shirt. I definitely will be wearing this one. And let's go ahead and get to the other items here. So we do have a pin here of MODOK, who's definitely a polarizing character within the movie. I like the look of this pin. I do kind of feel like Funko, and I don't know if they would do this, but it would be cool if they actually did another version of MODOK where he has more weapons going on, as far as the pop is concerned. Then we have here the Pim Van Dyne Foundation sticker or decal. Definitely just a kind of throw-in item there for fans. I don't know, maybe I would put this on a binder or something at some point. Okay, we got the card here, which goes over, well, actually it doesn't. I was about to say it goes over the items. Usually it would, but here it just says Quantumania on one side, and then it shows that there is going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 box, which hopefully I like the contents that they have with that box. We'll see what they end up doing with it. It'd be cool if there was like an Adam Warlock variant or something in there, but we'll see what happens with that. So the first pop here, we have Scott Lang, of course, Ant-Man unmasked, which is okay. Doesn't really do anything too much for me. I mean, I do have a collection of Ant-Man figures. So I don't know, like this one to me just looks a little bit on the boring side, and I'm actually going to leave this in the box. He's on a base already too, which is kind of interesting. I guess it's because of the stance that he's in. They don't want it tipping over. But yeah, it's just not a very interesting Ant-Man pop, so I really don't know if I want to keep that one in my collection. And then we have here Cassie Lang. It actually says Cassie Lang. It's interesting, it doesn't even give her a superhero name on here, and she's going by different names. I think Stature is one of them. But then there's another one, and I don't know, somebody could tell me in the comments. There's another name that she has that kind of reminds me of Wasp, like is it Stinger or something like that? I don't know, somebody will tell me in the comments. Though this is actually a cool looking pop. I think I really do want to keep this one now that I'm seeing it up close. I like the purple goggles there. She does have a base. She's not already on the base, but you can put her onto the base. So yeah, I think this one will be a keeper, and I may even take this out of box in a moment here. But yeah, this is a pretty cool looking one. So yeah, like I said, Scott Lang, the Ant-Man one, that one's questionable, but the Cassie Lang is going to be a keeper for me. And like I said, I do like the characters, so I actually did get the set of pops. Let me go ahead and finally take these out of this box. I've had them sitting in the box forever because I actually went ahead and pre-ordered them together from Entertainment Earth. I just decided to do it that way instead of going from store to store. So I do like the Ant-Man with the helmet. I think he looks so much better with the helmet there, of course. I actually do like this pop. Yeah, it looks pretty good, and this will fit in nicely with my Ant-Man collection, even though my Ant-Man collection is like up on top of a shelf. It's starting to run out of space, so I might have to move it at this point. But I do like this. And I do have some Ant-Man, I think 2 Ant-Man statues. I really would like to have everything together, so it might be worth it to move things around. Okay, then we have here, let me actually go and take out the MODOK which definitely has some weight to it. And this MODOK to me, it's all right. But you know, there's moments in the movie where he's using weapons and he has like so many weapons around him. I just really like that look. So if Funko were to do that almost like a deluxe style MODOK, I would actually go for it. I don't think we need an unmasked MODOK, and if you've seen the movie, you know why. But yeah, this is a cool pop overall. It's all right. I do like the blast off effect there, or you know, just the hovering effect, I guess I should say. That does look pretty cool, and Funko has done that with a lot of pops at this point. Then we have Kang, of course, and this Kang is all right. It's kind of boring. I really hope that they'll do him with the helmet and you know, have that sort of nice blue effect around his face. That would be cool if they actually do that, if they get to that. I don't know though, like the movie has been kind of a letdown in terms of the box office and the critics and everything, so I don't know if Funko is actually going to follow up unless they already had something in the works and you know it's going to be produced. We'll see what happens with it, but yeah, this Kang is a little bit on the boring side, so if they actually do another one with his helmet, I might even consider, you know, getting rid of this one and just keeping that version of him, because I don't think I need multiple versions of Kang from this one movie, you know. So that's all right for now. And then of course we have here Wasp, and I do like this Wasp pop here. She has kind of the metallic looking wings going on there. I was about to say I almost thought they were clear looking, but no, they're straight up metallic looking. And because this movie has not been such a big hit box office wise or with critics, I think that's why the chase was very cheap on the second market. So I actually got this from Mercari. In fact, I think I had some credit, so I didn't pay much of anything to get this chase. And I like this chase is going for like around 25 maybe or so. I wouldn't be surprised if you could even find it for $2 or $3 less. Like, it's just not very popular, you know, when it comes down to it. And I don't know if the value is going to change over time. I do think the haircut actually looks kind of good on the figure. Wasn't super crazy about the haircut on the actual actress in the movie. I get what they were going for, but I'm just not crazy about it. But yeah, I decided to go for that chase since it didn't cost much. And like I said, I do like the character when it comes down to it. I like the actress too, you know. So these pops, I actually enjoy these more than I enjoyed the movie, if that makes sense there. I just realized something about this Cassie pop, and I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's a little awkward. So I thought there were actual lenses here, but it's not. It's just a paint job that makes it look like there are lenses here. I kind of understand why they did that to an extent. It would have been nicer if it was lenses, I think. But I mean, it still works though. You know, it works. So I guess if it's easier to produce it in that way, then I don't really blame Funko for doing that. Definitely let me know what you think about that though. Would you have preferred, you know, for this to have the actual, you know, lens across there? But it still works. You know, it's still a good looking figure. Of course, I like the purple of the suit. I think that works well. You know, she's got the little red back there, you know, of course, showing the shrinking energy, the pin particles. Yeah, so this is a cool pop. It's kind of simple in some ways, but I like it overall. And like I said, it's going to stay in the collection. So we got the Ant-Man here kind of in this crouched stance. And he looks like he's definitely ready for action. I did think one of the better moments in the movie when he was trying to show his daughter how to use the shrinking and the punch, and to punch out of the shrinking, or I guess I should say growing back, you know, in enlarging or whatever you want to say, how to punch along with that. That was one of the better moments, I guess, in the movie. So his figure actually does have the lenses there, which is a pretty good look. Yeah, and I've always liked the texture with the suit. I just feel like the Ant-Man suit is one of the more practical, realistic looking ones in the MCU. So that's why I've always appreciated. That's why I have so many of the figures, and you know, like I said, a couple of statues too. And then I definitely wanted to get a closer look at Wasp. I really like the look of the helmet there, like the texturing going on. Again, you know, it's just it gives it more of a realistic feel to it. And she's another one. She doesn't have the lens across, you know, it's just the paint to give that effect, but it works. It does work for me personally. And I really took this one out because I wanted a closer look at these wings, which they're very simple, but they work. They look cool, you know, so cool looking suit overall. And then here we have MODOK, definitely a weighty figure there. Of course, he's got the hover effect, like I said previously, the big old chair little legs, the arms, and they still had to make it bobble, of course, because that's a licensing thing with Marvel, you know. So the way that they decided to put this together does work. And I think it actually is kind of funny looking, which is suitable for this particular character. So yeah, works overall. I kind of wish this the gold coloring was a little bit shinier though. That would have been nice. And yeah, we'll see what happens if they decide to do another MODOK. Like I said, if they do one with a whole lot of weapons, I'd be down for that. Unmasked, no, I don't want to look at that. But yeah, I didn't take out the Ant-Man that's unmasked because, like I said, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep that one. Same thing with Kang. I don't know if I'll keep him long term, so I left him in box. And the Wasp over here is a chase. That's why I left it in. And also, I mean, sometimes I will take a chase out, but I just decided to leave that one in box. And I think you can see her pretty well in the box. And it's not like there's other details that are so different from the common anyway. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about Quantumania. Like I said, you can check out my video with collecting plastic if you want to hear my full thoughts about the movie, but please share your own thoughts about the movie and also share your thoughts about these particular figures as well, including what you think about some of them not having the actual lens on there, them just using, you know, the paint for that effect there. And yeah, let me know if you want to see any other figures from this movie. They did introduce some new characters to the MCU as well, some side characters that I have mixed feelings about. But yeah, let me know if you want to see anything else from this particular movie. Thank you all so much for taking the time to check out this video, and I will talk to you all again real soon.